In today's video, I'm going to be flying from Adelaide to Melbourne with Qantas on flight QF670. And I'm going to be flying on Boxing Day. I'm not too sure how chaotic it's going to be tomorrow morning, or if I'm just going to have to rush straight through to the plane. But this flight is just a positioning flight, so I can fly back to Adelaide a few hours later and try out Rex Airlines, which I'm yet to fly with. But for now, let's get into today's video, where it's Christmas Day and the day before my flight. Hello out there. I'm actually starting this intro the day before, or the evening before, my flight in the morning, mainly because today is actually Christmas and I'm going to be flying on Boxing Day. I'm not too sure how chaotic it's going to be tomorrow morning, or if I'm just going to have to rush straight through to the plane. So I thought I'd make my little intro here. But I've already received a message saying that I should arrive an hour and a half before my flight, which I'm not going to do because it's going to be 4:30 in the morning. And it'll mean I have to get up super early. But I'm going to try and get there at 5 a.m. We'll see how we go. I'm pretty sure I should be okay. But yeah, flying QF670 in the morning. It's mainly just to get me over to Melbourne so I can actually fly Rex Airlines on their 737, as I've never actually flown with Rex before, or you know, their 737s that they've had going for a bit over a year and a half, I believe now, possibly 2 years even. So I'm really looking forward to that. I have another 2 days off of work, so I thought it'd be a great excuse to get up flying. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. The time is currently 5 a.m. and I've just parked my car in the undercover long-term parking area, which set me back $44 for the day. But since this is only a day trip, it's still cheaper than a return Uber ride from home. Alright, it is bright and early and I'm here. It actually wasn't too bad, to be honest. Wasn't as busy as I was expecting today, so that's always good. And no massive queues either, so quite happy with that. In a recent media release from Adelaide Airport, it was mentioned that coming into the festive season, staff managing the screening points had increased by more than 35%, and the process was more streamlined as a 7th security lane was operational from the 12th of December. Right, it's boarding time. Today we are boarding at 5:40 a.m. for the 6 a.m. flight down to Melbourne, and the first Qantas flight to Melbourne on this day. Qantas operates 7 daily flights from Adelaide to Melbourne during Monday to Friday, with 8 flights on the Saturday and 6 on the Sunday. Today I'm flying on VH-VXA Alpha, which is a 21-year-old aircraft, and as it turns out, the oldest and first 737-800 in the Qantas fleet. The plane rolled off the Boeing production line on December the 3rd, 2001, and had its first promotional flight between Brisbane and Sydney on the 4th of February 2002, with its first revenue service the following day. The aircraft was officially named Broome after operating Perth to Broome on the 24th of March 2002. But for me, it's incredible to consider the amount of flight time and flight cycles this aircraft has seen over the last 20 plus years. Although not the oldest plane I've flown on, it's great to now say I've flown on the first and oldest 737-800 operating in the Qantas fleet. The Qantas 737-800 has 162 seats in economy, with a seat pitch of 30 inches and a width of 17.2. But if you're looking for extra legroom, try your luck getting either rows 4, 13 or 14. As there is Wi-Fi on board today, during pushback, I've connected to the Qantas free Inflight Wi-Fi, where one simply watches an ad and then once it's over, you're connected. But for now, let's enjoy the takeoff out over St Vincent Gulf from runway 23.
Smoking isn't allowed on Qantas flights anymore. Your aircraft is fitted with smoke detectors, including in the toilets, so there's no smoking until you're back on the ground.
Adelaide to Melbourne is around 640 kilometres by plane, taking an average flight time of 1 hour. After banking left back towards Melbourne, I'm greeted with a sunrise view of Adelaide's southern suburbs before getting a distant view of Goolwa and the Murray Mouth. Before reaching our cruising altitude of 37,000 feet today, cabin crew will be making their way through the cabin to provide a tea and coffee service for this morning's flight. This will also be accompanied by a small breakfast snack which I can already smell throughout the cabin. Today's breakfast snack is a parmesan fritter, which although smells nice, it won't do myself any good, so I've packed my own snacks for today's flight, but I did grab a water and apple juice. We have friendly cabin crew today. It puts me in such a good mood to see smiling faces and friendly staff, possibly because it's the festive season and most are in a good mood, but in my opinion, the positive happy energy rubs off on other passengers. It's been a great short flight down to Melbourne today, a little pricey as one would expect at this time of year. However, I only purchased my fare 5 days before this flight for $170, so it could be worse. Other than this, one could use 8,000 Qantas frequent flyer points and $40 in taxes if reward seats are available. I'll also mention if you've made it this far into the video and you've enjoyed it thus far, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel as it helps me out a lot with the growth of my channel. But for now, let's enjoy the descent and landing at Melbourne Tullamarine Airport from runway 27.
Melbourne, we hope you enjoy your stay. And of course, for those returning, a welcome home. And we hope you enjoy your Boxing Day.
Overall, today was an excellent flight with Qantas down to Melbourne, and I'm looking forward to my flight with Rex Airlines. So I hope you can join me next Tuesday for that flight back to Adelaide. But until then guys, all the best, and I'll see you then.
Addy, see ya. Yeah, you too. All the best. See ya.
Alright, we're in Melbourne.